North Korea's military apparatus is designed to project overwhelming force. They regularly test intercontinental ballistic missiles capable of reaching the U.S. mainland. Then, in 2022, right in front of one of these weapons of mass destruction, state media broadcasted an unexpected image. A casually dressed, year-old girl calmly holding hands with the supreme leader. This is Kim Joo-ae. For years, her very existence was a highly classified state secret, hidden completely from the North Korean public. Western intelligence first learned her name and age through an unlikely source, after a 2013 trip to Pyongyang's former U.S. basketball Dennis Rodman mentioned in an interview that he had held Kim Jong-un's baby daughter, Joo-ae. South Korean intelligence reports suggest Kim Jong-un has an older son who has never been seen in public. By placing a 13-year-old girl in the spotlight instead, the regime is breaking from a decade of total secrecy regarding the dictator's children. Joo-ae's Life 101, centered behind the high walls of the Kim family's luxury estates. She is homeschooled in exclusive compounds, like this sprawling summer resort in Ansan. Separated from the daily struggles of the North Korean people, Kim Jong-un spent his teenage years studying in Switzerland. But South Korean intelligence believes Joo-ae is being educated entirely within North Korea to avoid the ideological risks of living in the West. Her daily life includes exclusive hobbies. She spends time at the regime's private ski resorts, using amenities reserved for the ruling elite. She is also an avid horseback rider. In North Korean state mythology, white horses are a sacred icon of the Kim dynasty's authority. This isolation serves a specific function, shielding her from the North Korean public while providing the high-end environment required to maintain a godlike status. We can see how the state is positioning her by looking at the composition of state media photos at a February 2023 military banquet. She wasn't seated off to the side. She was placed at the center of the table. North Korea's highest-ranking generals flanked her on all sides, effectively placing the supreme leader in a supporting role during his own military function. During the launch of North Korea's first spy satellite, she stands directly in front of her father. The dictator is visually relegated to the background as she observes the test. Her wardrobe has also shifted. She frequently wears a black leather jacket, a garment restricted in North Korea and usually reserved for high-ranking military commanders and the Air Force. This chart tracks television appearances from 14,000 hours of state broadcasts in 2024. Joo-ae's screen time shows a sharp spike when mapped alongside Kim Jong-un. Her visibility approaches the dictator's level. Over half of these appearances are military-related. This visual dominance and the sharp trend in state television data suggest an intent beyond a temporary public relations campaign. The state is positioning her to lead the military, the institution that secures the regime. Survival. North Korea is a deeply patriarchal society. Women are underrepresented in politics, and the country has no history of a female supreme leader. Her aunt, Kim Yoo-jung, holds significant political power. As the vice director of propaganda, and acts as the country's most prominent voice in foreign policy. However, North Korean succession operates on a hierarchy where blood outranks gender. A direct offspring of the current ruler takes priority over a sibling, giving the daughter seniority over her aunt. The timing of the succession training may be driven by biology. The 42-year-old dictator's lifestyle of heavy drinking and smoking has led to reported cardiovascular health issues, the same problems that contributed to the deaths of his father and grandfather. If Joo-ae takes power, she faces a dynastic technicality. Because children inherit their father's surname, a female ruler's future children would carry a name. Other than Kim theoretically ending the literal Kim dynasty, but in a system built around a godlike figure, technicalities bow to the supreme leader. If Kim Jong-un ordains his daughter as the successor, he will rewrite the country's patriarchal norms to ensure his direct bloodline retains control.